We are back once again. We're here to talk about Smackdown. Now, as for next week's Raws and Smackdown, at I'll talk about this first because I want to get this out of the way before I end up forgetting. I don't know what days these are on. Well, I would know because Raw and Smackdown's on Tuesday and Wednesday here in Australia. But I'm assuming it's still Wednesday and Thursday here for us. So Raw would be on Christmas Day and then it'd be on Boxing Day. Because in Australia, when they have Christmas Eve, it's Christmas Day for us. And then when it's Christmas night for them, it's Boxing Day for us in Australia. So I just want to let you people know, I will not be reviewing these shows. Now, if I do have time, I may do what my friend King Schmidt did, just like a little quick thoughts videos on those episodes. Maybe we'll see. We'll see what happens, but the reason why I will not be reviewing these shows is because through Christmas Day and Boxing Day, my tradition, well, it's not really my tradition, it's my family's tradition, we spend time with our families for 2 days. On Christmas Day and Boxing Day, we spend time with them. So that will be the reason why I will not be doing Raw and SmackDown reviews next week. But maybe I will do my thoughts videos on them. Maybe. We'll see. So we started off at the show with the backstage with Shane McMahon. He says that Paige has been relinquished of her duties as the SmackDown general manager. But the key thing he said here is that he said that she will not be going away. Now, I think there's a few possible things that they could do here. One, they could make her a backstage interviewer. Two, they could make her maybe a ring announcer. Three, they could make her the new commentator for SmackDown Live. I actually wouldn't mind that, because I think Paige has Paige has the voice for a commentator, in my opinion. I think she has a good voice for the commentary role, better than Renee Young. Not saying Renee Young's bad, but I think Renee Young, Renee Young's good, but I think Paige could do that role better. Just my opinion. It's just my opinion. Or, now this is a bold one. This is a bold one for me. Or they could be planning on bringing Paige back to the ring. Now, I know some people will be saying, well, that's a bit crazy. Like, there were reports saying that WWE were not going to clear her again. They said that about Daniel Bryan. Remember that, guys. Remember, they said they were never going to clear Daniel Bryan. This is something you need to understand. They were never going to clear Daniel Bryan when he suffered that concussion. They did not want to run the risk with him anymore. Now, I'm not saying, well, Paige has a concussion. Yes, I know Paige has a worse injury. It's a neck injury. And yes, I know WWE take their neck injuries very, very seriously. They do take them seriously because, Jason Jordan hasn't been cleared yet from his neck injury. So, I think maybe they might be planning it. I don't know. This is just my opinion. Would I like to see Paige back in the ring again? Maybe. I will say maybe because maybe they will. Because maybe they may say, you know what? We cleared Daniel Bryan. Maybe we'll clear you. And we'll try you out and see how you go. And the other part of me of no is basically the other side of me being no would be, yeah, maybe they would want to clear her, but maybe they would want to play it safe and not clear her, and maybe they'll just have her be like a personal trainer in NXT. You could have her a manager, you know, kind of like what Zelina Vega's doing. You could have her a mouthpiece for somebody. You know, you got a lot of options for Paige. You got a lot of options for her. But those are just my things that I think they could possibly do. So, Becky Lynch came out and she said that she doesn't do meetings very well, and she's impatient and she wants to call out Ronda Rousey. Then Charlotte comes out and says that she wants the same thing, and they bicker back and forth for a bit. Asuka then comes out, and by God, Becky and Charlotte just bloody bury, and well, not bury, that's taking it a bit harsh. They just talk down Asuka, calling her a paper champion, saying that she's a pathetic excuse of a champion. She should be thanking Ronda Rousey that she's champion, saying that she's not worthy of being the champion because she didn't beat Becky, she didn't beat Charlotte, and blah blah blah. Like, they were just absolutely working down Asuka and just bloody mauling her down with insults. I wouldn't mind if they made Asuka a heel, but I just don't see that happening. For now, I'm going to drop the Asuka heel turn thing, because I don't think they're really going to do it yet. And the one thing I actually am a big fan of is that they're taking away the automatic rematch clauses. Now, I am so damn happy that they've gotten rid of this. But NXT still has it. They gave Aleister Black his rematch for the NXT Championship at TakeOver Phoenix. Now, some people may say, well, it makes sense for him to have his rematch. But here with Charlotte and Becky, it doesn't make sense for them to have their rematch, because they're going to be focusing on Ronda Rousey. I just wanted to bring that up just in case if people are wondering rematch clauses are dead, by the way. But here on the main roster, they're dead, because the AOP didn't get their rematch. So Vince McMahon eventually comes out to calm this chaos down, and Vince told Charlotte and Becky, if you don't like what happened, why don't you go to Raw and speak with Ronda Rousey? So then Vince goes ahead and says that, do you want to defend your title, Asuka? So then out comes Naomi to take on the challenge for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I did not mind this, but if there's one thing that WWE need to do, if they're going to bring back the whole land of opportunity thing, there's one thing that WWE really need to start doing. WWE need to start, doing, like, if they're going to do these types of matches to showcase the talent that they haven't been using, at least make the matches longer. Make it look like that, they actually want it. Like Naomi. Look, Naomi is a former women's champion in her own right. It's good to see her get this opportunity. But I feel like that they need to really give these people who haven't had much of an opportunity, give them good ring time. Maybe like 15, 20 minutes. High impact matches. I would love to see the Iconics have some decent matches. They had great matches in NXT. I want to see them more on SmackDown Live. I want to see more of them. I want to see them, battle Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville in a tag team match, and have these two women, put on a good tag team match. You're bringing in tag team titles, so why not have the Iconics and Rose and Deville have a tag team match against these two and give them a good 15-minute tag team match? Not that difficult. They're showcasing new talent. All they need to do now is start giving the Iconics screen time and start giving them some victories. Because boy oh boy, they need it. So Asuka beats Naomi, and that's my main complaint here. They need to start showcasing these talents more. and give them some good matches. Like, even with Tyler Breeze on Raw, it was great that he got an opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship, but they need to have him to be showcased. They need to have him. Tyler Breeze is worthy of going 20 minutes with somebody. Find a good opponent for him. Hey, bring up get bloody Buddy Murphy on Monday Night Raw and have him battle with Tyler Breeze on Monday Night Raw. Those two could easily put on a good 20-minute match. That's how you showcase people. You give them great, long, lengthy matches. That's how you showcase talent. You don't just say, alright, here's someone who hasn't been given an opportunity for a while. Let's just put them out there. That's all. That's my main complaint. I didn't mind Naomi coming out, but they just brought her out for the sake of bringing her out. Asuka wins here. Obviously, she wasn't going to lose her title immediately. Samoa Joe and Jeff Hardy and their little apology segments. This really was, this could have been good, but it was a really short segment. Samoa Joe was just saying that he's worried that Jeff Hardy will bring out his inner demons. And Jeff saying, my demons aren't going to fall for your tricks. And then Jeff Hardy just goes ahead and says that, what's your deal, Joe? Why do you always attack people's weaknesses? Is it because you haven't won a championship for 2 years since you've been on the main roster? And Joe just says nothing and then goes for a cheap shot. And then Jeff Hardy delivers a twist of fate. I didn't really like this that much. I think after that line, they could have had Samoa Joe, really lose it. They could have had him, really go further to unleash Jeff Hardy's demons. But they didn't. They just had Samoa Joe be all like, well, shit, he's right. That's kind of like what happened there. It's like Samoa Joe was so insulted that Jeff Hardy was actually saying what is actually true. He's been on the main roster for 2 years and he hasn't won a single championship. Like, he's basically had Universal, Intercontinental, and WWE title shots, and he hasn't won a single one of those belts. It's pretty sad if you actually think about it, but that's creative's fault. That's not Joe's fault. That's creative's fault. The creative writing definitely needs to change. I will definitely say that, because because it's still the same thing. Vince McMahon had a backstage segment with Miz, because Miz wanted Shane McMahon as his tag team partner, but Vince says that you gotta win a match, and we'll see what happens. So Miz and Mandy Rose teamed up to verse R-Truth and Carmella, and this really shows you the mixed match challenge means absolutely nothing. The mixed match challenge winners, or should I say the mixed match challenge champions, ended up losing. The Miz and Mandy Rose won. Well, I guess as long as Mandy Rose gets a win under her belt, I guess I should be happy. Because at least she got... I know that's not really a good showcase for Mandy either. Like I just told you guys before, get Mandy and Sonya in a tag team match with the Iconics and give them a good tag team match. That is how you would showcase Mandy and Deville and Peyton and Billy. We finally had Gallows and Anderson, finally. We had Gallows and Anderson finally appear after 4 months. And they took on the Usos in a tag team match. This was an alright tag team match. It was alright. Then the Bar come out. They looked to distract the Usos, but then Sanity come out of nowhere and attack Gallows and Anderson and the Usos to cause a no DQ. Or not no DQ. What's it called? No contest. Sorry. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm glad that they're finally utilizing these teams. Sanity should be tag team champions. We all know they should be tag team champions. Hopefully they start building up Sanity and Gallows and Anderson to those titles. Because I'm glad that they're finally using other tag teams outside of Usos, New Day, and The Bar. Finally, guys, the main event, AJ Styles and Mustafa Ali took on the new Daniel Bryan and Andrade Cien Almas. Great to see Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega, as always. But, you know, I'm actually okay with this outcome. Because when I saw this match, when I saw the match cut, when I saw them put up this match, I immediately said, yeah, Andrade Cien Almas is going to take the pin. Because he's going to take the pin because he's the guy because I just don't see them pinning Daniel Bryan. And Daniel Bryan got pinned. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Mustafa Ali pinning Daniel Bryan. And at least Andrade Cien Almas didn't get pinned, so at least that helps him. I don't want to hear anybody saying, oh, Andrade Cien Almas, he should have won this match. It's still bad for him. If he didn't take the pin, it's not bad for him. It's actually good that he didn't take the pin. If he took the pinfall loss from Mustafa Ali, then it would have been a problem. But, and apparently, and I saw the 054. Now, I didn't know that apparently Daniel Bryan got hurt from what Ali did. And Ali put his knee and his shoulder on the Daniel Bryan, and apparently it hurt Daniel Bryan. Hopefully Daniel Bryan is alright. And apparently Ali said sorry. And sorry to Bryan. And hopefully this doesn't really ruin Mustafa Ali's push. And I heard a complaint that people were somewhat upset with Mustafa Ali, you know, being handpicked to join the SmackDown Live roster. How is this bad in any way? You know, I understand why people don't like it, but you would think this would benefit Mustafa Ali because people have said that they want to see cruiserweights compete outside of the cruiserweight division. They wanted them to be out of the cruiserweight bubble and appear on a SmackDown Live and a Monday Night Raw. This is a good thing to me. To me, this is a good thing. Ali is now out of 205 Live. He's getting more exposure. And hopefully that will happen to Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander. Because those two guys, you know, they don't need 205 Live. You know, Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander are good talents. They would fit in great on Raw or SmackDown. So, I don't really see the issue here. I don't really see the issue. What, just because he was handpicked? So if NXT handpicked anyone to challenge for the NXT Championship, let's say that for example, let's say if they handpicked someone, or even someone from the main roster, like they did with Tyler Breeze, they had him appear on NXT. So if they handpicked someone from the main roster to verse Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT Championship, would you complain? Would you complain if they handpicked someone from the main roster to verse Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT Championship? That is a legit question I'm asking you people. Would you people get upset if they handpicked a main roster talent to go down to NXT and verse Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT Championship? Would you complain? That's my question to you. And I'm pretty sure I know the answer. But anyway, that's everything. That is everything for SmackDown Live, guys. SmackDown, you know, it was alright. I thought it was enjoyable for what it was. But, you know, there are some things that they do need to change, like the settings, and, you know, bring back the old Titantrons. You know those Titantrons when they would show their names and they would have clips of them wrestling? Can they please bring those back? I miss those Titantrons. I want to see those Titantrons. Change the stage. And even change the commentary. Get Corey Graves off of SmackDown Live. Please! I beg of you, just put Corey Graves on one brand. Just have him be on one brand and keep him there. I don't want to see his face on two brands. The commentary needs to change. The staging needs to change. You know, the theme songs, yeah, they may need to change. And you know, and actually show the introduction of the show when you start up the song, and then you show the introduction of the song with all the wrestlers on that brand. Please, can you please change that stuff, please? I would love to see that stuff changed as well. But anyway, that is everything I have for you. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up if you guys did. Comment your opinions down below as well. And be sure to follow me on my Twitter at pvalentine95. It's going to be in the description down below if you want to see it. If you guys want to follow me. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you all, I guess, next week. Well, I guess maybe next week, or maybe I'll have a video up. Maybe I will have a video up this week. I don't know for sure, but I'll definitely let you guys know. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.